I'm glad you're here. Okay.
Ready to roll? Well, we got one camera, one thing.
When I was actually in wrestling as a high school student, my coach used to invite us over so that we would come over to his house for spaghetti dinners and stuff like that, and I loved it. And then when we started having our own team, at first it was just really all about coaching and then just the sport, and then I was like, you know what, this is actually more of a family. Every time somebody would actually try and come over, like anytime the kids would come over, we were nervous because, you know, most of the people that live, you know, in our area or whatever are affluent and they have huge houses and big rooms and everything, and this is, you know, a glorified double wide. And
I was originally kind of self-conscious about having people over because obviously our house is kind of cruddy compared to most people's. And like there's like paint chipping off the steps and there's sweatshirts and shoes everywhere, and like not really that good at cooking, but you really can't mess up spaghetti, so that works usually. Or we can order
this is
pizza.
good. The kids
And
love
so,
it. That's
well,
the
and
thing.
we, you know, we budget a budget for like feeding people because that obviously, if there's a lot of kids that come, and you know, God has shown up in that way big too,
Yeah.
because we had a couple of the kids who we've had over a bunch of times. A couple of their parents have like given gift cards to help with the
Yeah.
next meal and
Right.
stuff. And
I think God does provide. God wants it to happen. It's going to happen.
also, once we started having, you know, kids over more and more, I mean, we just, you know, we did feel like we wanted a bigger space to have bigger groups to be able to come over, so we really did put all extra towards like an extra space. We were doing it as we could budget for it, and every stage I just like pray, please God, don't let us just use this space for like us to have more stuff in it, you know, and you know, help us use it for good.
So people might think this is, you know, a stretch, but we already have 6 of our own kids. And that would seem like a house full enough, but it's never has been. It always feels like there should be more. And I think that's a God thing. God puts that on your heart, right? And he'll put that desire for you to, like, you know, still to reach out. Normally, when you're passionate about something, most of the time your spouse, whatever, rolls their eyes, or vice versa. But yet, like, you're passionate about something and you want to put some effort into that, but by completely putting your effort into that, you're sacrificing time with your family. We've gone over this about margins and how to, you know, knowing what your limit is. You know, my wife's in it, my kids are in it, and then they get to actually see, you know, the stuff that I was enjoying and be a part of that world. So now we're all talking about the same thing. It's not just me talking about the wrestling team and then being disjointed and detached. It's more so like we're all together now, and it's now all this one big family. It stopped being about wrestling for me, and it started being more about what can these kids learn and what can they get out of this wrestling program to help them better in life. And this is it, right? If they can see God working through our family, and that's their introduction to God, is us and our family, then, you know, that's great for us to say, you know, like, this is what God looks like in a family, and this is, you know, this is what God's love is to you.